Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today I just wanted to introduce you to Lara, the leopard gecko. Now Lara is a very traditional looking leopard gecko. She has that beautiful leopard pattern. Now leopard geckos can come in all different kinds of colours. You can get black ones, white ones, all orange ones. But Lara's pretty stereotypical. Hey. As a reptile, Lara requires a specific type of setup. Now her habitat will consist of lots of hides, including a moist hide, which will help her to shed. Now leopard geckos will shed their skin every few weeks, just like snakes do, and that is to help with their growth. Leopard geckos also need some form of heat as they are reptiles, so they need to be able to warm up in order to become active. Now some people will use a heat lamp, but it's not the best idea in the world because the gecko's skin is really fragile and the direct heat and light can burn. Now the best way to provide heat for your leopard gecko is by using a heat mat. If you ever spent time with a leopard gecko, you'll understand that they spend most of their time just laying around in the same warm spots. Unlike some other lizards, leopard geckos only have an insect-based diet. So other lizards may eat salad and things like that, but the leopard gecko will just eat insects. So these will be things such as crickets and worms. So Lyra will eat mealworms as the bulk of her diet, and she'll have the occasional waxworm as a treat. Lyra also eats morio worms when she's feeling really hungry. But leopard geckos are very fussy eaters, so you do have to base their diet a little bit around what they choose to eat. The way to tell if your leopard gecko is healthy and eating enough is to look at their tail. Now Lyra is a little bit skinny at the moment, and I'll explain why in a few minutes. Now a healthy leopard gecko will have a nice thick tail that is the same thickness as her body. As their body. Could be a male, couldn't it? Oh, she's a fast one today. Leopard geckos love to be handled. Where are you going, girl? They love to have that free roam out of their environment. They're also pretty chilled. They're very individual creatures, so they don't like to be housed with other geckos, particularly females. They can get very territorial. So if you have a leopard gecko, you really need to keep them on their own. Hey. So let's talk about female geckos and why Lara is a little bit underweight at the moment. So between January and March is a key time of the year for female leopard geckos. That's when they'll do their ovulation. During this time they'll form huge eggs inside their bodies, and they will either pass the eggs or their bodies will absorb the eggs. If they pass the eggs, then the chances are that if they're not fertilized, they will eat the eggs as they do with their shed. So during the ovulation process, the female leopard geckos tend to go through a starvation period where they will just refuse to eat. And this is why Lara is a little bit skinny at the moment. But as long as you know that it's because they're going through the ovulation and it's not because of any other diseases and things, then it's okay. They will catch up on their food in their diet. Leopard geckos are prone to diseases, and it's really important that you include supplements such as vitamin D3 and calcium in their diet so that they don't have issues with their skeleton and muscles. It's vital that you check your leopard gecko regularly, especially on its toes, to make sure that the shed doesn't get stuck because that can form a disease which will make the toes fall off. Now this can be resolved really easily. You can put your leopard gecko into a warm bath, a very shallow warm bath, and that will help to ease some of the shed off. On the side of her head you can see two big holes Now these are the leopard gecko's ears, and they are very sensitive to noises, so much so that they are very timid. It has been known that when it gets scared, it will drop its tail. Now a leopard gecko can recover and it can grow somewhat, but it will never fully grow its tail back, so you have to be super careful with your leopard gecko that you don't frighten them. There's a lot of people that say that leopard geckos don't like to climb. However, Lara, as you can tell by my new necklace, absolutely loves climbing. Her habitat has a beautiful rock scenery, 3D rock scenery, and I'm always finding her at the top of it. That was my little video on Lara, my leopard gecko, and if there's anything that you think that I've missed or that maybe needs correcting, because I'm not an expert, I'm just sharing my experience with my leopard gecko. Yeah, please let me know in the comments below.